It's been a while since we've done one of these, but I put it up to vote by you, the people in the community, and you all voted out of the 2014 Chase for the Sprint Cup paint scheme, diecast, whatever we're officially calling this. Out of the 4 of those options, about 260 of you voted, and you voted for... That's not rolling as much as I thought. The 2014 Kevin Harvick Chase for the Sprint Cup diecast 164 because, well, I mean, my hands are not giant hands, so that is obviously 164. But yes, this paint scheme, of course, carried Kevin Harvick to his one and only championship. And of course, last year was Kevin Harvick's final full-time season in the Cup Series. And today we're going to talk about his, as I said, his one championship winning paint scheme and this die cast that he actually won the championship. This is not a raced version. This is not the Homestead version. This is just the, I guess, generic paint scheme that he ran in the Chase. Remember, in the Chase in 2014, they had the yellow splitter. Yellow splitter. You can see it down here on the bottom. I guess I could pick it up and show it to you. You see the yellow, that was not normally there. The yellow name banner on the windshield, and then the yellow number on the roof of the car. They did that for all the Chase cars back in 2014. Then they changed it up a little bit in 2015 and beyond by doing the yellow rear spoiler, and they also did the yellow splitter and name banner, but they got rid of the yellow numbers. I always thought that was a unique feature, but they opted to do away with that. But this, obviously, one of Harvick's most iconic paint schemes, the Budweiser. I know he had a lot of Budweiser paint schemes over the year, whether it was the 29 car, the black 29 car, whether it was his patriotic red, white, and blue 4 or 29 car, or it was this one, whether it was SHR, and I think he also ran this the last year at Richard Childress Racing, but it's a great paint scheme. I mean, if we just look at the details, this car itself, the detail in this diecast, 2014 was kind of... the last year, I felt like at least, they did a lot of this really cool detail, or it looked like very, I don't know how else to put it, but cool, pure, amazing detail. I mean, just look at the hood here. A bunch of tiny words on there that I cannot read because they're tiny. If I look close, it says this is the, I'd have to hold it up to my face and that would be off camera. So we'll do with that later, but it does say something like this is the, so we got the first 3 letters. Budweiser, as I said, you can see all the details, the background shadow on the side of the car. Obviously, you've got the, let me get my second hand in here so I don't block it. You can see it's got the Budweiser can on the rear of the car over the rear wheel. Really cool feature. And then, as I said, with the hood of the car, you've got all this background kind of darker red, some words going on up in there. It's just a really cool paint scheme, first of all, that Harvick had, one of his coolest in his career. Here's the rear of the car. It says grab some buds, Budweiser, obviously. Then the left side of the car, essentially the same thing as the right side with the Budweiser can over the rear wheel. You got the unique design going throughout. And then if we look at the top of the car, already kind of showed you the hood of the car. But there's the roof, there's the deck lid. You got another Budweiser can up in there. So yeah, as I said, this is just a really cool paint scheme. Really cool car, obviously. A lot of meaning for Kevin Harvick and Kevin Harvick fans everywhere because it is the one and only championship that Harvick won, and it did happen to be in this paint scheme. He won a few races, not just in the Budweiser, but in the Chase, I think, in that 2014 season. I think he won at Charlotte, Homestead, obviously. I think the win at Phoenix was not in this paint scheme, but I'm pretty sure those other 2, well, I know for a fact Homestead, but I'm pretty sure Charlotte was also in this paint scheme back when they had the oval race in the fall. But get yourself a good look at it one more time. As I said, a really good detail on this car with just the small things. As I said, with the just, it looks very well done. I don't know how else to put it. Really cool to see the Chase, you know, from the splitter on the car to the nameplate on the windshield to the roof of the car, the yellow. Really cool to see. Kind of a throwback at this point. It's been 10 years since 2014. That's kind of crazy. So this upcoming November will be 10 years since Harvick's one and only championship. But yeah, so Kevin Harvick, his 164 Chase for the Sprint Cup Budweiser Diecast. That's the review. That's basically it. As I said, very well done car. Iconic paint scheme, championship winning paint scheme. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on it. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, we'll go a 9.294 out of 10. We're doing the extra decimals because Harvick used to be 29 and now he's 4. And so yeah, there you go. Get a good look at it. Once again, as I've said many times on here, thanks for watching this. We'll do a few more diecast reviews over the off season. I've got a couple other videos planned coming up for the next couple of weeks. One of them is going to actually be about spotters, NASCAR spotters. There's been a lot of changes in the spotter stand, I should specify. In NASCAR, we always talk about driver changes, crew chief changes, all that stuff, but there's actually been a lot of spotter changes. So we're going to look at those next week, everything that has happened up to this point. Some big drivers have changed spotters, also some just small stuff. But yeah, thanks again for watching this video. We don't do a lot of these, so I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I'm not an expert diecast reviewer, so apologies if this review is not thorough enough. Let me know how I can improve it so when we do these in the future, I can be a little bit more thorough.